just because I am an asshole, I have pitted the brothers against each other one more time.
For the third time.
One more game.
It's 1-1, right?
Yeah.
It's 1-1? Okay.
This is a hell of a... This is gonna be a hell of a tiebreaker.
So, here's the thing.
Okay, hold on, Omar. We're laughing because Kevin, for those of you that are just listening via podcast, put up a Ravens football and a Ravens mug. Devin came in here with his Baltimore Ravens shirt.
And I got my purple Huaraches on for the matching.
But here's the thing. Somebody's Baltimore pass will be revoked by the end of the show. They're lucky today we ain't on Facebook Live. That may be the only saving grace. So today's subject of Is You With It or Not is, will the Ravens win their division, the AFC North, or not? So I'm going to flip a coin and see who gets to pick which side they on.
This is a hell of a coin flip.
Who's calling it?
I'll call it. I have my Ray Lewis signed bottle of tequila for good luck.
First time he ever said, I want to call it.
I'm going with tails.
Tails, okay.
Did you catch it?
It's tails.
Bitch! I don't know. This might be a harder argument.
So you going first or is Kevin going first?
I'll go first.
Wow. All right.
I'll go first.
Get it over with, man. Get it over with.
Wait, Kevin. Which one you taking?
You already know what the fuck
come
it
on,
is.
man. Come on.
No, I need to hear it. I need to hear it. Say it again. Oh, you winning that division, huh?
I will never betray my blood.
Hold on. Shh. Say it again.
I will never betray my blood.
Before we start, I'd just like to say that this is a debate, and fuck you, Omar. Let's go. Come on. Let me know when you're ready.
Let's go.
The Baltimore Ravens will not win this division simply because the Steelers will win it. Big Ben flirted with retirement this offseason, which gave the Ravens a glimmer of hope, but that's gone because now he's coming back. The Steelers have one of the best, most clutch QBs in the league. Oh my God. The best running back and the top 3 receiver. They can put up points in big ways. They do it all the time. Just look how the Ravens gave up that game on Christmas, letting them come back and knock them out of the playoffs when it mattered. The Ravens could lose both matchups this year to the Steelers, which would hinder them from winning the division. They play them in Week 4 after coming back from London with no bye, and then we play them. The Ravens play them late in the season in Pittsburgh.
Wow.
Ravens play all their toughest games on the road this year. The Raiders, the Packers, and then they start their season on the road versus the Bengals, which they haven't won since 2012 against in Cincy. The Ravens do not have a number 1 receiver. Who is the playmaker on this team? Steve Smith was 107 years old last year, and he was their best playmaker. They lost their right tackle in free agency, cut their starting center. How's the line going to protect Flacco? The team's number 1 tackler, Zachary Orr, retired last year for injuries at a very young age. Terrell Suggs is 34 years old. He is still the best pass rusher on the team. Who's going to rush the passer? There are too many questions unanswered, too much uncertainty in key places. The Ravens will not win the division.
That was painful.
That sounded like my NFL preview.
Hey, 8-8.
And I'm being generous.
Fuck y'all.
What Devin meant to say was the Ravens will get into the playoffs as a wild card. Should have left it at that.
Oh, okay.
And just be quiet for like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
All right, Kevin, here you go.
All right, so I'm going to defend my brother because he didn't mean any of what he said. The Ravens are going to win the division, and here's why. 9 of our games this season will be against non-playoff teams from last year. We don't have back-to-back road games until Week 14. Our one game that is in London that all of us will be in attendance for is against Kenyon's Jaguars, who we finished 10-6 last year, which we all know did not happen. Our toughest game of the season, in my opinion, is against the Green Bay Packers in Green Bay, but it comes after a bye week, so we have at least 2 weeks to prepare to lose to Aaron Rodgers. The infamous Thursday night game that everybody hates, which is usually an L for the road team, is a home game for us against the Miami Dolphins, who we blew out last year because, as Kenyon stated, their coach coached with our coach in rec ball 20 years ago. So we had the advantage. We also faced Detroit and Indy, who are both dome teams at home in December, where winter is coming. We finally get a Monday night home game, which we haven't had since 2012, which, if any of you remember, we won the Super Bowl that year. Our final 2 games of the season are at home, especially the Week 17 game against the Bengals, which we've played in Cincinnati for the last 5 of the last 6 seasons. We've added Tony Jefferson to our secondary. Jimmy Smith will return healthy. Joe Flacco will have an entire offseason to improve healthy instead of rehabbing. I think we add a receiver like Corey Davis or Mike Williams in the draft, secure the offensive line, and we'll be back to that balanced team that none of you really want to play come December. It's got to the playoffs 6 of the last 9 seasons. Playoffs, baby. AFC North. Let's get it. Ring the bell.
So,
We don't believe you. You need more people. Oh, Kenyon, you're the judge.
Ring the bell.
Oh,
yeah, Kenyon, you did.
guess who the judge is, Kevin? Kenyon.
Sue me, Kenyon.
So, who won the debate, Kenyon?
So I mean, I don't have a dog in the fight. Let's be clear, the Jaguars are definitely not my team. I don't even know why you were attacking me, Kevin. Like, I don't even, what was that about?
Because you were the judge.
You attacked the judge, though?
You attacked the judge?
He knew he
Hey,
had to
if
lose
you
an
gonna
argument
go down,
anyway.
you gonna go down.
Fuck this whole entire segment.
First of all,
I know.
Kevin's whole aim to get that segment was because he still lives in Baltimore and he can't walk around the streets talking about we ain't winning.
I mean, Devin won the argument. Devin had a very good argument. We don't, non-playoff teams means diddly because we don't know what's going to happen in the season. And you say secure the offensive line like, oh, that's just the easiest thing to do. There are like 15 teams that need to do that. So
Kenyon, I didn't pick this debate topic.
Devin, my bias was confirmed. Thank you.
Fuck you. Fuck you wholeheartedly.